What's up, y'all? It's Drive Time. Back at it again. So, I got a question for some of y'all. How is it that the same group of people that will say you need to go easy on police, you need to be nice to them, you need to be polite to them, they have a hard job, it's very stressful and it's not easy and you should be nice, and if they're a little bit rude or whatever, it's because their job is so hard. And have you ever gone on a ride along, and if you just understood the stress that they're under and they're just trying to do their work, all of y'all are the same people that's out here trying to fight ICE. And I don't get it. How is it that when the police are rude, belligerent, they don't know their job, they abuse the authority that they're supposed to have, when they do it and people react, rightfully so, it's just comply, just do what they say, their job is so hard, you don't understand the stress, their lives are in danger every day. Like, when it's them, that's the scenario. But now when it's ICE agents, y'all think it's cool to go blockade them and run cars at them and pull guns on them, if that happened or not. Try to go riot and protest and block them from where they're supposed to go. You realize that they're just doing their jobs, right? You realize that they're under a more strict authority than the police that y'all keep caping for, right? You realize that they're not targeting anybody that doesn't rightfully need to be targeted. And for those that's gonna say, well, there's a case in Idaho where they would have pulled someone out of the house and they had been legal for. Okay. So for every accidental arrest that ICE has made, I guarantee you your local police department has done 10 knowingly and just didn't care. But their job is so hard and you shouldn't give them such a hard time. And what happened to just do what they say? What happened to just take it to court? What happened to just, there's a system and a process for these things? What happened to, they're just trying to go home? They have a family too. All of that stuff is out the window now because you've decided that you want to take on this cause that makes absolutely zero sense, by the way. Because again, the people who they are going after for arresting are active criminals. They didn't do anything. Yes, they did. If you are in the country without proper papers and documents, you are illegal. What's illegal? Not following the law. What does that make you? A criminal. This is like the easiest, simplest thing to grasp, and I don't know how y'all don't get it. Like, I get if you feel like your best friend's neighbor is a really great guy, and he's got 3 kids, and they're really good kids, and they're well behaved, and he's just trying to make a living for his family. I totally get what you're trying to say, but legality doesn't disappear just because of what you want and what you're trying to do. That's not the way it works. So even if you feel like they're really great people, they can still be really great people that's breaking the law. A lot of people thought Jeffrey Dahmer was a really great person. A lot of people who knew all these other people who you know well, or they thought was really great people. You know, remember George Floyd? A lot of people say he was a really great guy. Anybody who knows a person can think they're a really great guy. But the fact of the matter is, if you are undocumented and you're in the country without proper paperwork, it makes you a criminal. It just does. It means you broke a law in entering, and the penalty for breaking that law is being sent back to the country you came from until you can get proper papers and documents. It's not that hard to figure out. This isn't like a difficult, really complex concept. It's not. But for some reason, all of a sudden, these particular government workers aren't allowed to do their job. But the police, the regular old police are. Like, to the degree of, I saw a case the other day of some officers that arrested somebody and flat out told them it didn't matter if they was the person or not. They was going to jail anyway. The quick summary of, somebody did finger guns like this at a cop out a window. The cop saw them going to a parking garage. The dude was a tall black guy with dreads. Another tall black guy with dreads with a completely different outfit on came out. They detained that guy, and all of his friends threw him to the ground, then threw his friend to the ground. And when they said, you said you was looking for a silver Tahoe, we drive a blue Nissan, they said, it doesn't matter, you going to jail anyway. I'm not making this up. So, if that can happen, and you be like, well, they're just such a hard job, and you don't understand. But when ICE goes to a building that's full of people from another country, and it's been known that a lot of them, if not all of them, don't have proper documentation. No, they're not. And here's the other part. Because the other excuse y'all like to use, and this is the best way for me to close this. The other excuse that y'all love to use, like when cops try to do stuff, is you say, well, if you haven't done anything, you shouldn't have anything to hide. If everything is legit, then you can just give them your paperwork and your documents and it should be fine. It's different now? Is that what we're doing? So you mean to tell me all these people that ICE is going to scoop up, if they don't have paperwork to show, they should be removed, right? Because they don't have proper paperwork. And if they got proper paperwork, it shouldn't be a problem. Like, there was a song once called Riding Dirty. And everybody would make a joke about, oh, I'm riding dirty. Meaning, you driving around either without a valid driver's license, or without up-to-date insurance, or without a valid registration in your car. And the minute that you got all that stuff together, you will ride around proudly with it tucked in the visor, just waiting to get pulled over. So you can be like, ha ha ha, got my stuff. So if all these people are over here legitimately, wouldn't they be walking around carrying all their proper paperwork so that the minute ICE rolled up, they could go, no, 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 not me. No, but it's not like that because they don't have it. And what happens when you don't have it? Well, in every single other country on the planet, you got to go back. It's just how it works. But for some reason, with these people, it's different. With this agency, it's not the same. When it comes to the police, oh, no, it's so hard. But when it comes to ICE, riots and blocking them and doxing them and attacking them in the street, y'all stupid.